that for the live or the local? Both? Okay. The last couple of years have been a strain, right? We hit, I don't know if you knew, we hit a major pandemic. We did. People were wearing chemical suits and spraying their bananas with Lysol. Kids are home all day trying to get their schoolwork done on cracked laptops. And worst of all, parents were having to spend all day at home with their kids. And on top of that, the extremes on either side of the aisle were creating huge divides in the country to the point where we are debating whether we should send our kids with loaded AR-15s into the gender-neutral bathrooms. And it's all making One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest look like a boring episode of Downton Abbey. Although I think all the episodes about Downton Abbey are boring, aren't they? Oh! A lot of fans of early 20th century British wealth here tonight. Anywho, with all the madness going on, we figured folks just deserved a night of fun and entertainment, don't you?
Yes.
Yes. Now, we like to keep that entertainment local, but local around here can have a very different meaning. My wife and I bought a beautiful 25-acre farm property over near Otter Creek. I don't know where I'm pointing. I don't know direction. Otter Creek in Highland Township. And a couple of years ago, my brother came down for his yearly deer hunt on our property. And the night before, we went to have dinner at Dodgeville's popular eatery, Bob's Bitchin' Barbecue. And as a side note to any viewing audiences out there, anybody listening, all points abroad, save a trip to New York. Bob's has the best brisket in the world. And if you're a vegan, So in this crowded restaurant, I see my brother talking to a couple at the bar. And the woman asks him, "Are you from around here?" And he says, "No, I'm from up north, but my brother is local." And she says, "How long has he been out here?" And he says, "About 15 years. And she chuckles and says, "He's not local." And she's not wrong, because this is a place where family farms go back generations. So 15 years is nothing. There's some deep roots out here. And there's been an influx, admittedly, over the years of people like us, folks from cities and suburbs who wanted something slower and calmer and a place with a little room to breathe. We came out here to the rolling hills of the Driftless region, and we saw the small family dairy farms. We drove along the winding roads, where folks in other cars and trucks gave you that little two-fingered steering wheel wave, you know? And we gave that little wave back. And we went to the little towns, and we sat in the diners where people said hello to you, even though they didn't know you. It was crazy. And our first thought is, we really love what you've done with this place. We wouldn't change a thing. So, after our move out here, we quickly found good neighbors, solid friends, and a community that welcomed us sight unseen. And we started planting roots of our own. And for that, on behalf of my wife and all the other people who looked and found a better way of life out here in the Driftless, we thank you. Yes. Except for that woman at Bob's Bitchin' Barbecue, I know who you are, and I know where you live.